Stay focused, man.
I'm just saying.
Focus, man.
We good.
I want us to do the right thing for this client.
Family, thank you for joining us for another episode of the RealT podcast. I'm Kenny Donnell with my wife, Tanika.
Hey, y'all.
And we are so excited. Today, we have one of our very own agents, Miss Erica.
One of our top agents.
You know what? I just did her this service, didn't I?
You sure did.
Top agent.
One of
Killing
them
it.
in the
Handling her
game.
business.
Yes.
I think it's because she went to the A&M.
Commerce.
Still A&M system. You know what I'm saying. That's right. He's such a hater.
Erica McKenzie, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Hi. Good afternoon. Is it afternoon?
I don't know yet.
It feels like it.
It feels like afternoon. You have an amazing thing happening.
Yeah.
But before we get into real estate and all that stuff, give us a real quick just summary of you.
Who I am.
Yes.
Okay. So who I am, I'm Erica McKenzie, formerly Erica Taylor of Duncanville, Texas.
All
by
right.
way of Dallas, Texas. I have 2 daughters, a fur baby, and a husband. We reside here in the Mansfield area,
Mm-hmm.
and prior to education, prior to real estate,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I was in education for 14 years, and now I'm full-time real estate.
How long you been in real estate now?
Almost 2 years.
Almost. Not even 2 years yet, right? There's been the accolades. Last year, you won Rookie of the Year in volume, and I believe Rookie of the Year in unit count, correct? I love that because a lot of times people get into real estate and are concerned or fearful because it's a career change. What made you decide now that was the time to do it?
I heard it.
Yeah.
Heard about it.
Yeah.
I've been kind of restless in education as a school counselor for a few years. And I was like, okay, what should I do? And real estate just stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
I remembered how great of a transaction I had with our realtor when we purchased our home, and I was like, oh, and she had been in education before as well. And I was
Really?
like,
Mm-hmm.
I think I could do that. I think I could do that.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm in it, it's a lot of what I was doing before, educating and counseling. That's kind of the same thing, just doing it from a real estate perspective.
Yeah.
Do you think that's why it was such an easier transition for you?
I do. I think it made it almost a seamless transition. There were very few things that were different about what I was doing as a high school counselor compared to what I'm doing as a realtor. Research, follow-up, note-taking, documentation. It's the same thing, really.
Mm-hmm. Just in a different format.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the challenges though that, so now you made that jump from what we believe is a guaranteed salary when, we have our own opinions about how guaranteed that really is, right? Mm-hmm. But it feels like it's guaranteed to, hey, you got to get out here and get it now.
Challenges, the scheduling, time blocking. So before, I knew what time I was supposed to be on campus, and I needed to get there in order to be able to receive students and parents and teachers. Now I have to be a little more disciplined. I have to actually make myself, even though I know no one's looking for me at a particular time, I still got to get up and get it done at that time. So just managing my time and making sure that I'm diligent with my time on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
I think what a lot of people don't realize when you jump into real estate is that you become an instant entrepreneur. So I would like to know your thoughts on how you transition from, like you mentioned, I'm a counselor, I get a check every month or every 2 weeks. I'm off on the summers, right? Yes. But now I'm a business owner running my own business. How did you make that transition? And did you have any hiccups while doing it?
Well, I kind of consider myself to be kind of a serial entrepreneur before. So I did some multi-level marketing. I was a health coach before. So it was really like crumbs, I guess, that led me to just full-time entrepreneurship. Just all together. What are some of those things that I did to get ready? I just knew there was no going back. Like I said, I have a husband and 2 kids and a dog, and it's like I can't just decide I want to jump into another lane and not be able to carry the weight that I was carrying before. So I just had to get it done. I just had to get it done.
I was going to say, one of the things I'm so fascinated by is that sometimes people get into real estate and they're fearful about social media, right? And I don't know if you were in social media or active on social media when you were in teaching, but you certainly have taken it by the helm now and run with it. So kind of share with us how you're on TikTok, you on Instagram, like what are you doing and do you do it every day?
Well, before in education, we had to do a little bit. So with COVID, we were kind of pushed out of our comfort zone with needing to go out and figure out ways to interact and engage with students and parents when we were all at home. So we did have to get it together. The Zooms and just being on camera and being willing to do different things outside the box started with COVID.
Okay. So something good did come out of COVID.
Some things came out of COVID.
Okay.
Some things came out of COVID. So for me, having to do it for work purposes or to like generate income and interest, it wasn't that big of a shift. It really wasn't. It's like just get out there, post things, people like it. I posted on Facebook before. I was big on Facebook with like just my circle. But TikTok, totally brand new. Totally new. I had a coworker that told me, hey, E, there's people selling stuff and doing stuff and learning how to do things on TikTok. You need to get on TikTok. And I was like, no, this kid's just dancing on TikTok. And he was like, no, you really need to. So I did, and he wasn't lying. It really is a great platform for people who are trying to learn how to do things or to start something anew. So TikTok is great. I really like TikTok. And I do try to do it every day.
Do you?
I do try to do something on there every day, whether it's not always business though.
Right.
So, I post family stuff or personal things or inspirational things. I'm a Christian. I'll post things related to what's going on at church or scriptures, but try to balance it out.
Good. So that people get a chance to see who Erica is. And I think that's important for agents because a lot of times with our coaching and mentoring, we try to explain that to agents, but they are concerned or fearful that they need to look a certain way or it has to be filmed a certain way. When I've seen you in your car, no makeup on, just talking.
Just talking. Hair all over the place.
Yeah,
I did
for real.
Have to get over that fear though, because I did used to want to be completely made up before I got. I was like, but my clients aren't completely made up when I'm talking to them, so they don't expect me to be. And it may be a little intimidating for them if they felt like she's always put together.
That's a great point.
This way.
That's a great point. Somebody out there need to hear that. That's a great point.
Just do it.
How do you find the daily motivation to stay in the grind? Because people think that success is all of this wonderfulness and it's just all amazing and right.
And it's easy.
And it's just the closing table and you walk into a house and you had a closing table, right? But the reality to be consistent day in and day out and hold yourself accountable. How do you do those things?
I'm a numbers person.
Okay.
So I'm the person that, before my eyes open, I'm meditating and praying. And then like the second or third thing I'm doing is checking my accounts, making sure nothing weird or wonky happened overnight. So, things are coming out, bills are being paid. We have a college student. So it's like, where are these things coming from? And I don't always want to work. I don't want to have to work all my life. I don't want to work until I'm being buried. So it's very important for me to stay on top of those things. So my daily motivation is my numbers. What it takes to keep our household going, what vacations we want to take, the school bill that needs to be paid. I'm looking at all that on a regular basis. So that's kind of my daily motivation, as well as just my clients. Like this morning, a client posted a testimonial on Facebook, and I was just like, wow, this is like, I'm really changing lives. Like, I'm helping people build wealth through real estate, seriously, and it's impactful. So just being able to continue that trajectory, making sure I'm continuing to be able to bless those people that are waiting on me. They're waiting on me.
So, as you have transitioned, and the market has also transitioned,
Yes.
right? How are you dealing with or talking to your clients about the reality of this stabilized market now?
You still need somewhere to live. So where do you
Yeah.
want to live? Like, do you want to, or where do you want to spend your money? Do you want to spend that $2,300 on an apartment that's never going to be yours, or do you want to put a couple extra $100 with it and have something that will be yours, or that you're actually building with wealth and equity in? You know. So that's the conversation that I'm having with them. And all my clients who are currently leasing, or they have the same complaint. My rent is going up.
Yep.
My rent is going up, and they're not fixing this. My rent.
Yeah.
My rent. So it's almost a no-brainer for people who have positioned themselves to be able to purchase. So if the credit is there, the funds are there, let's go for it.
For a newer agent that is looking at you, aspiring to be like you, and they've like, oh my goodness, she's had some great success in her first 2 years, what nuggets can you share with them that could make a difference or impact in their business?
Get linked up with the people who are offering to help you. So I've sat in with Coach Kenny. I sat in with you as a mentor. I called Cassie to pick her brain on, what and how to do certain things. I want to look capable. I have to look capable. I'm called to look capable, in order to stay in compliance and to be able to serve my clients. So just going in there and just winging it is not an option. So calling on people that I know have the knowledge and are experts in the field, I don't have a problem asking questions. Like, let me just ask.
That's good.
So I can do the best thing for my clients and for myself. Yeah. So just make sure I utilize everything.
Good.
You get some people who, they come into mentoring, they do the coaching, they do all those things, and then they don't follow through.
They do not.
They don't follow through. But you follow through. You follow through with your things, the task and the things you set out. And you just mentioned earlier how your motivator is looking at that account, right? Make sure everything's getting done. Do you ever get to the point where it's just frustrating?
Yes, I do.
Thank you for being honest.
Yes, I do. I get to the point where I feel overwhelmed, and it's like, oh wow, this is a lot. Or I've talked to this client X amount of times, and we're still in the same space. But again, I do rely on my background in education.
Yeah.
Like as a teacher, as an educator, no one cares if the teacher is frustrated or if the counselor doesn't want to explain that one thing again to the parent or to the teacher. It's my job to do it. So, I just do it.
Yeah.
I suck it up and I do it. I breathe, I pray, take a break, maybe a day, to just decompress and reset and start new. Yeah. I think rest is very important in this industry and any other industry.
Yeah.
Just taking the time, a couple moments to breathe, step back, and assess. Like, is what I'm doing working? Am I the reason why this isn't going the way I need it to go, or is it something else? So just evaluating what's going on.
I'm really proud of you because in our mentoring times, when I started in real estate in 2014, I went about it a different way. I did a lot of online marketing, spent a lot of money doing that. But I'm so proud of your organic growth and how that you've grown your business. So what do you do to focus on your sphere and just kind of share with the audience what you do to organically grow your business?
I think about what the people that I notice are liking and commenting and engaging with my content. I think about what they need or what they seem to need or what I feel like the people in their sphere need. Because at this point, most of my clients are coming from referrals. So I do still get like brand new people that are like, oh, I saw you on TikTok, which is really nice. But I'm also getting those people, hey, such and such gave me your phone number, or such and such forwarded me your TikTok. So just making sure that what I'm posting is relevant to the people that are watching.
That's good.
Yeah. It is a challenge
It
because
is.
we hear a lot of times people talk about content. Like, oh, I don't know what to post. I'm not sure what to post. And you had mentioned earlier that all your posts in real estate stuff. You post various things. You post stuff about the kids, all those sort of things. Do you overthink it sometimes, or do you just go with it?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. I'll sit there and I'm like, oh, I've been working on this 3-minute video for an hour and 30 minutes. No, this is what it is. There it is, world. So I do overthink it sometimes.
Yeah.
I do. And then I have to get out of my head and just post it. Just go with it. Because someone that's looking at the video doesn't know that I forgot a point. Or someone that's looking at the video doesn't notice that the dog is like right there and I'm looking at the dog. They're just listening to what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. Do you get questions from other agents sometimes, maybe even some rookie agents, new agents, who are like, hey, how do I X?
I do. It's mostly from different programs that I may mention in my videos. They're like, okay, well, tell me more about this, or tell me more about that, or who's your contact here? And, you know, I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm going to share it.
Yes.
Because I feel like whatever it is that I'm in need of, it's going to come back eventually, as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and sharing and just being, you know, a conduit.
Yeah, yeah.
How's your family handled your transition into real estate? Your husband, your girls, what are their thoughts on it?
So my husband, I know he was nervous.
Yeah.
He's never said it because he's been an entrepreneur for years now. But I know he was nervous when it was my turn to actually take the leap and be a full-time entrepreneur like he had been doing for years. But he's taken in stride. He hasn't complained. He hasn't. It's going well.
Yeah.
He is doing really well with it. And I think my ability to continue to garner new clients and to generate business has made it easier for him. My oldest, she thinks that you know, it's time for her to. She wants me to buy a house in the city that she's going to college in, so that we can lease it out and she can have like.
But look how she's thinking. That's phenomenal.
Okay.
Yeah.
She is now thinking like a realtor, and I'm like, okay, good job, or at least a property manager.
Right.
And now the youngest thinks that I'm supposed to be a Chick-fil-A delivery driver every day for school. So I mean, it's nice for them to see me going out there and doing things. My mom sold home interior. I'm probably dating myself. I don't know how many people know what home interior was. But it was like I would go out with her on her deliveries to deliver her orders that she would have after she got off her 9-to-5 job. So me now being able to kind of bring my girls into the fold and take them with me. They're passing out flyers. We're doing door hangers together sometimes. We're doing events. I think it's nice for them to know that, hey, the stuff that you have doesn't just pop up in this house.
That's
like,
good.
we have to work for it. So I love being able to show them that.
Yeah.
Is there, well, I know there is. How do you balance actually?
And is there balance?
Yeah. Yeah, fact. How do you balance the roles?
Mom, wife, friend, all the things. By just unplugging, I'll make sure that my fire clients, I'll call the fire clients, those that were like negotiating contracts or that are actively seeking to move within a short window. You know, those clients get a little more of my attention than some others that maybe, you know, we have like a 3-month timeline. So I kind of balance those fire clients. They get priority almost every day for me. And then when they're done, whatever part of the day I have left, you know, I'm follow up and get with everybody else, or whatever income generating activities I have for the day. I'll work on those things and then I'll just put the phone down. And it'll just be down. Yeah. You know, I just have to, because it's hard. Because I want to respond right away to everybody. I want to be able to send out all the information consistently and regularly as soon as they ask me for the information. But the reality of it is that some people that are like needing me all the time aren't even close to needing me really all the time.
Those are the ones.
Yes, those are the ones that I'm kind of, you know, nurturing for a year or so. And that's fine because I love those clients too.
Yeah. I think that since you've had such a quick start with your referral business. Give some tips to agents that you're doing, maybe a pop buys, or I don't want to put words in your mouth, but what are some of the things that you're doing to generate that referral and the repeat business?
I am doing pop buys.
Explain to everybody what a pop buy is for those that may not be in real estate.
So just simply, just something small, not necessarily expensive, but something useful. Like I'm
Sure.
one of those people. I want something useful that's actually going to bring value to my clients and go from there. I stopped by with a little note, just popping by to say hi, just stopping by to check on you. For fall, I did like a fall scented hand soap from Bath and Body Works.
Love it.
Everybody needs hand soap. We don't need to be washing our hands. I heard COVID is a thing and the flu and all the other things again. So,
Right. You heard that?
Yeah, I heard it. So just making sure that, just dropping those little nuggets.
A little thoughtful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one of our mentor sessions, you mentioned the ornaments.
Yeah.
For the first year, I did that.
Nice.
My clients loved it. They arrived on December 1st.
They loved
were
it.
So excited to have just a token. And
Yes.
it was very easy. Something simple that I did that showed that I appreciated them. So I consistently do those things.
Yeah.
And I hear a lot of times from my clients, I feel like I was your only client.
Yeah.
And like, I'm so happy you felt that way.
You're not.
I'm happy that you felt that way.
Yeah.
And because they feel that way, they share my name.
Absolutely.
And share, the good stories behind their transactions.
Good.
That is a key thing, and I think a lot of times we forget that it's still a service industry.
Absolutely.
Right? And I think Nord put out a stat a few years back that 85 to 90% of the people who had done transactions previously said that they would use their agent again had the agent stayed in contact with them.
Yep.
Right? We're so busy moving to the next thing, getting the next client or trying to get the next opportunity that we forget there's opportunity to continue to work the relationship, past us. So I'm glad that you're doing that.
I'm listening.
You're doing more than listening. You're activating.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's
the
a fact.
difference.
So 2024 is right around the corner, right?
Yes.
And by the time this comes out, we may be in 2024. What does that look like for you?
I've already started the game plan for 2024. One of the first things that you mentioned in one of our coaching sessions was pretty much know where you want to go. Like have in mind, get your numbers together. So I've already started trying to figure out what I want my numbers to look like in 2024. More balance. I feel like this year I was like everywhere, and I think it was mainly because I had the daughter going to college and just all the outside things. But now she's there, she's getting settled. So it's time for me to, refocus and recenter on business. I'm just looking forward to helping more people, having more, incorporating more of that education background into what I do in real estate. Maybe more home buyer education seminars. I held one last year, slated to have one more before the end of the year this year, and just different workshops because I really like teaching. It's really still very much a part of what I do on a regular basis.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Challenges of life.
Yes, it is.
Love it.
Yes, it is.
So when it's all said and done, we ask everybody this question. When it's all said and done, when you decided, hey, you know what, I've gone as far as I'm going. God has given me everything to do and I've done the things. What does success look like to you?
Seeing the nuggets in my kids and in my grandkids and in my nieces and my nephews. I have lots of them. So just being able to look back and then be like, hey, you remember when you did this or when you started this? I remembered it, and as a result of it, this is where I am today. So just being able to see the legacy continue to grow with not only my kids and their kids, but also just everyone that's around me and that I get to be a part of their lives.
Awesome.
That's what it's gonna look like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit back and sit on the porch and look at the kids playing with my tea, my sweet tea.
Love it. Well, Erica, thank you. We know that you are busy, so we appreciate you taking the time to bless us today and share with everyone why you feel you've been successful. So thanks for coming by.
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Y'all, thank you again for tuning in to another episode of the RealT podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And guess what? We'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.